What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Gervonta Davis versus Mario Barrios, and this was a 12-rounder for the WBA Super Lightweight World Championship, and this fight was Saturday, June 26th, from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, and this fight was broadcasted on Showtime pay-per-view, and in this fight, Gervonta Davis was able to get an 11th round knockout victory over Mario Barrios, and this is a very, very good and competitive fight. I had the bout score 95-93 in favor of Gervonta Davis going into that 11th round. And just to break down the fight, the first 4 rounds were clear in favor of Mario Barrios. I don't care what you say. Gervonta Davis wasn't doing much at all. Barrios was just the one doing a little bit more. It looked like just Davis was taking off in those rounds. Maybe you could have given him 1 out of those 4, but otherwise, Mario Barrios was off to a good start there. But then as the fight went on, Davis started to open up a little and land shots to the head, to the body, and then Barrios was able to have some success, actually, landing some hooks of his own in those couple rounds. But then Gervonta Davis unleashed a tremendous attack. I believe it was in the 8th round, like Gervonta Davis did predict. And he dropped him twice in that round. The first knockdown was with a beautiful, I believe it was a right hook that just sent Mario Barrios to the canvas. He got back up, and then once again Gervonta Davis landed an overhand left to the chin of Mario Barrios and dropped him. Then Barrios did get wobbled once more in that round, but then did survive. And then he did have some success, actually. Mario Barrios did, as I said before, landing some good hooks to the head. He landed that same hook that Davis landed on Barrios to drop him, but on Davis, and Davis took it because Davis does have a tremendous chin. But then, as I said before, rounds 9 and 10 were fairly competitive. But then Gervonta Davis in that 10th round, I believe it was, right at the end, even though Mario Barrios was having some success in that round, he did get wobbled again after a tremendous attack, multiple left hands from Gervonta Davis. But then in that 11th round, Davis wobbled Barrios again, hurt him. I'm not really too sure if there was a knockdown because where I was watching it, it did cut out right at that moment. How ironic is that? But then, from what I saw, the referee, Thomas Taylor, did wipe the gloves of Mario Barrios. They got back into action. Then Gervonta Davis did land some big left-hand bombs over Mario Barrios, and then referee Thomas Taylor was forced to stop the fight. I do think the stoppage maybe was a little premature from what I saw. Davis sort of landed some decent shots. I believe that the referee was going to call that a knockdown because Mario Barrios did take a knee or did go down on the ropes right as the referee stepped in. And I guess the referee didn't know what to do and waved it off. But I can definitely see why he stopped it. But overall a good performance from Gervonta Davis, winning a 140-pound title. It is a secondary belt because it is the WBA quote-unquote regular title. But it was a good performance. Competitive fight, actually. But what is next for Gervonta Davis? Personally, he just shouldn't fight at 140 again. If it's an opponent at Mario Barrios' level or even less, then yeah, he should defend his title there, whatever. But I just can't see him beating Josh Taylor. I could definitely see him landing a good shot and knocking out Jose Carlos Ramirez, but that's just unlikely because Ramirez is a very tall, lengthy, and very skilled fighter. But Josh Taylor, that's just a huge step up. I just don't see him fighting any of those top guys at 140. It's similar to when Canelo Alvarez won the title at 175. Even though he does have a possibility of beating those guys, you just can't see him taking that much of a move up in weight to fight some of those top tier number 1 and number 2 guys. But Mario Barrios was like a top 10, top 15 fighter at 140, whilst the other champions in that division are like top 3, or there isn't really any other champions. It's just Josh Taylor. So he's the number 1 in that division, and I don't really see Davis having too much success against him. But Gervonta Davis definitely should continue campaigning at 130 and 135. My opinion, he's one of the best at 135 and probably the best at 130 if he continues to fight there because he does have that super WBA belt there. And what is next for him, as I said before, I honestly don't know who he's going to fight because out of nowhere he just took this fight at 140 with Mario Barrios. So he's just really moving around and fighting these guys for many world titles. He just randomly fought Leo Santa Cruz after winning a 135-pound belt, and then after winning that 135-pound belt, fought a 140-pounder. So who knows what he's going to do next. I would love to see him against Ryan Garcia possibly. if Ryan Garcia obviously gets back from his quote-unquote mental health break, whatever he did there. But yeah, that would be a great fight at 135. And overall, I don't really see Gervonta Davis defending the 140-pound title unless it's against someone who's not really in that top 3 necessarily or top 5. But what is next for Mario Barrios, who did lose here by knockout for the first time ever? Honestly, he's a very, very good fighter. He gave Gervonta Davis one of the toughest fights of his career, arguably the toughest, and he was arguably ahead actually because it was a very, very close fight. Without those knockdowns in that 8th round, I would have had it a draw. But comment down below how you score the fight. But as I said before, Mario Barrios, who is he going to fight next? I believe he's going to fight someone at the level of like a Batir Akhmedov, even though he just beat Akhmedov to win the belt. I just don't really know an exact opponent, but someone at that level, because Akhmedov is coming off a good victory over Algenis Mendez. I wouldn't mind seeing him actually fighting Akhmedov in a rematch, but I just don't see that fight happening. Some other fighters at 140 in the PBC, I can't really think of anyone specifically, but yeah, someone around a top 15 or top 20 level at 140, I think he's going to fight next. I can't really see him fighting someone in the top 10 necessarily, but I could definitely see him coming back with a good, strong victory, and I could definitely see him becoming a world champion, something like that, or regaining this regular belt or winning an interim belt in a couple of years. So overall, Gervonta Davis stops Mario Barrios in the 11th round to become the new WBA super lightweight world champion. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.